I'm back, my lovelies. We're making white beans with white rice, and we're making flank steak with mushrooms and onions. Um, my beans have started to boil, so I'm going to lower them. My stove goes in numbers, so I'm lowering it to the middle to a 5, and I'm going to add. This is ham steak that I've cut up in chunks and I freeze them. And I also use these for many dishes. I always have a bag already diced in cubes so that I can use them for whatever dish I need. And for my white beans, I like to put in 5 cubes of ham steak in my beans. That goes in there. And this goes back to my freezer. I also like to use pumpkin for my white beans. Now, pumpkin is sweet, so I only put in 4 cubes of pumpkin in my white beans. Pumpkin only goes in for my white beans because I do like the way they taste. I don't like them in any other beans. So you can get this in a store, just a small slice. They already come sliced in about $1 worth, $1.25 worth, and I always cut them in cubes and I freeze this. And this is about $1.25 of a pumpkin that I bought and I have frozen. So that goes in. So that stays. I lowered that to 5. So I'm going to give my beans a good mix and let it keep cooking. Now, I already started on my white rice. So that's going to be ready for me to lower the heat on that. So that was one of my very first videos that I've made, so that's more than 11 months ago. So if you want to learn how to make white rice, it's very simple. Here I only use teaspoons and tablespoons and my coffee cup for measurements. Well, it's really a soup cup. Any cup will do for your measurements. This way my nieces and my nephews can follow. I think it's easier for them that way instead of using a real measuring cup. They have come to my home. They know what a tablespoon is, a teaspoon, and what my coffee cups look like. This is a soup cup, yes, I know, but I do drink coffee from these big cups. So those are the only measurements I use to give them an idea of what I'm putting into the food. Now that my rice is boiling, I'm going to lower that on 2. I'm going to put a tablespoon of oil. That's it for that. And I'm going to cover it with a lid and leave it on for about 15 minutes. Then I'm going to uncover it, fold it twice, put the lid back on, and leave it on for another 5 minutes and then turn it off. So that's for my white rice. I'm going to lower my beans 2 or 3. I'm also going to put a lid on my beans. Now we're going to start with the flank steak. I have this pan is older than I am. So we have flank steak here. We have about 2 pounds of meat. This is flank steak. Looks very nice. And we're gonna wash this. And we're also going to cut this. Now I'm going to turn. I like to cut it into strips. Just follow along the grain of the meat. Now, flank steak is very tender, so it won't take long to cook. It's also very good. So, I like to wash mine. I found this cute little knife. My hands hurt now that I'm older, so I can't hold my very good knives that my honey bought me so long ago. So I found that one, but I don't like that you have to wash it quickly or it'll rust. The knife is stainless steel, but not the handle. So, they don't make things like they used to. Alright, so I'm going to season it with some adobo. That's about 2 teaspoons. Some garlic powder. 1 teaspoon. We're going to pepper it. Half a teaspoon of pepper, a little salt, onion, less than half a teaspoon of onion. Now, I'm going to put in, I sliced up a whole medium onion, a yellow onion. So I'm going to put this right here with all of that. I also bought baby mushrooms. I've sliced them up. It's easier if you buy them whole and slice them up yourself, because if you buy them sliced, and I'm always saving money for my family, we save like 30 cents, so 30, 40 cents. So I think we can all slice up our mushrooms. So with that, I'm going to use a hint of Worcestershire sauce. Three dabs. And I'm also going to use red wine vinegar. Now you're just going to use just a little bit. About 2 tablespoons worth. And we're going to put that away. Now, we're going to use a big frying pan. My husband used to work, so I've gotten these frying pans from him. steam out a little bit. I'm going to put this on 8. And I have about 3 tablespoons of oil on this pan. My pans are old, so I use a little can to help stabilize it. So as I'm doing that, I'm going to mix this around. I'm going to add a little more adobo. And just a few sprinkles of salt and pepper to the other side. I'm going to make sure that's nice and seasoned well. So and have I told you that you are loved, you are worthy, and if you're going through something and things are not working out, take a step back and think with your head first. Your heart may say many things, but you need to be logical sometimes and take a step back and see what's good for you before you do for others. If there are a lot of red flags and things are not working out, you need to step back and tell yourself you need to take a seat and take care of yourself first. Because being established and educated and does not let you know how things are going to be with a partner. Think for yourself and do for yourself. Love yourself first before you love someone else. Because you are loved and you are worthy and you deserve the best for yourself so you can be the best for others. I love you. Remember that. Somebody needed to hear that. So let's go. We're going to make our steak now. We're going to wait for this. We're going to put it on high a little bit. And, oh, I need to turn my rice. I'm going to fold my rice over. Oh, it's looking nice. Let me turn this around so you can see. Oh, my rice is looking fluffy. For a while, we did not have long grain rice anywhere where I live. So I bought medium grain rice. Now I know what medium grain rice tastes like because my brother, who is a very good cook, always cooks with medium grain rice. And I do like to eat his food. I love to eat his food because he's a very good cook. But for my family, I realized I do not like medium grain rice every day. So luckily I have found long grain rice. It's what I'm used to. It's what my kids are used to. And that's what we're doing. So there is a difference between medium grain rice and long grain rice. So see what you like and decide and just buy it. But now I know I don't like it for my everyday cooking. I just like to eat it when I go over to my brother's house. Thanks, brother. All right, so we are here. And I think it's hot enough. So we're going to put we're going to turn our fan on. And we're going to turn you a little bit this way. Oh, you want to hear that sizzle. That's the sizzle you want to hear. And now we're going to put all these onions in. And we're going to spread that around. And we're also going to put in our mushrooms. And we're going to let that cook for a few minutes and we'll come back. So don't go anywhere. We have to finish this dish. So come back.